Hey!
Hey, sis.
Hey, sis. Hey, sis. And hey, everybody. It's been a while. It's been a while. And we talk all the time about, oh, you want to do
Another hey, sis.
you want to record? And we're like, yeah, let's record. And it doesn't happen. So we're back at you here to say Happy New Year. And we decided to, do it as, our style, how we show up. So we're excited to be here. We're excited to talk about what we're going to talk about, which is what are we talking about? Recap and resolutions. I had to hover out there. We're talking recap and resolutions. We want to talk about our biggest moments in 2024, and we also want to talk about resolutions. But we're going to switch that around for now. I would love for you to talk about your idea of resolutions, and then we'll just kind of like take the conversation from there.
Well, hi everybody. I'm Cathelina Joubert, author of the novel The Box.
Yeah, we forgot our intros.
Yeah.
Author of the novel, and I am Coach Carmel. I am your whole food, plant-based, vegan and fitness nutrition coach. There's way too many words. I think that's why I'm always getting stuck.
That's a possibility.
It's a mouthful, but it says everything that I want to say.
Yeah, that's true. It's important. They're all important words.
They're all important words. They all mean something for sure, for real.
Yeah.
All right, sis. So you're Cathelina Joubert. You are the author of The Box, and you have a theory, an idea. What else do you call it?
Regarding resolutions.
Regarding resolutions, go for it.
So we were never people to do New Year's resolutions. We never did that. And last year, not last year, around 2022, 2021, I think, I thought of what I like to term as any day resolutions. And
she coined the term.
I coined the term, and one day it will be famous.
And they'll be like, unknown author.
That's not nice. Oh my God.
They'll be like, this is a famous quote by author Cathelina Joubert. Famous author Cathelina Joubert. Yes. You know, the one with all the movies on Netflix?
Yes. Okay. Yes. We're speaking it into existence. Manifestation. Yes. So we were never ones to do have New Year's resolutions. I never believed in it. And especially, the idea of New Year's resolutions always being broken, right? This is like the norm. This is what everybody knows, that what happens with New Year's resolutions. And people even talk about, well, this year I'm gonna, stick to it. But that's neither here nor there. But what I did want to say is that I don't think we should wait until the new year to make resolutions. Why not make resolutions when we are inspired? Why not make resolutions when we are inspired to do them?
Not this way. Is that better?
Yeah, I think that
I
is.
felt like it was a little quick. I'm so sorry I had to interrupt you. I just couldn't take it anymore.
That's okay.
Go for it.
Okay, thanks. So I felt like we should be making resolutions as the year goes by, as we are inspired to make them, and not just wait until New Year's to think about a whole new year, a whole new me. I mean, I get it. I understand that concept, but at the same time, we shouldn't wait until the new year, right? So what I did was a couple of years ago, I had a blog called Kathy's Cross, A Depressive's Positive Perspective. And in it, I wrote a whole blog post about what any day resolutions are. This is my own definition. Excuse the glasses. All right. So this is what I came up with, right? Any day resolutions can be made during any day of the year and are intentional and realistic decisions made with the sole purpose of improving our health and financial situations, realizing our social, personal, and professional goals, and most importantly, improving our mindsets in an effort to become better versions of ourselves. I know that's a mouthful, and I just wanted to get everything in there, right? So one of my any day resolutions was one day in 2023, I'm going to say it was December 2023, I said to myself, was it December? Was it September? I said, and I even told it to you, it was any day. It was one of those days when I was like, I'm going to publish my novel July 2024, July 2nd, 2024, because that's my mother's birthday. and I spoke it into existence.
Mhm.
And what I did was I wrote it down, and I typed it up on the computer. I printed it out, and I put it on my wall saying, July 2nd, 2024, I will publish my novel, The Box. And guess
what? That sounds more like a goal, not a resolution.
But it was my resolution. I resolved to.
But according to your definition, sis, according to your definition, it was something to make you better, mindset, physical.
Yes.
Okay.
Listen.
Okay, I'm listening.
The Box was a work in progress for the last 25 years, and I finally made it happen. Right? And it was a decision I made. It wasn't like New Year's Day. I was like, you know what? My New Year's resolution is I'm going to publish my novel, The Box.
Your definition does say improving on our health, financial situations, realizing our social, personal, and professional goals. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. So that's just my idea of resolutions, right? I don't believe in New Year's resolutions. I believe in making resolutions throughout the year as they come up, as we are inspired to do them. That's what my belief is. Yeah. What are your thoughts?
And I agree with that. I've never been one to do New Year's resolutions. I remember falling into that construct when I was younger because everybody else was doing it. But then I was just like, no. Just because no, why? Because everybody else is doing it. I feel like with every major thing that happens in a person's life, I take that back. Not so much every major thing, but an event that might happen in somebody's life. Let's say I started dating somebody and it was really going well. I might then resolve that I'll never cheat on him again, or that I'll resolve to do certain things, or I'll love him forever, or a resolution in the fact that my past relationships, I did XYZ, so this relationship, I'm going to make this relationship last. So I'll make sure that I treat him better than I did the other guys. And I'm more mindful of his wants and his needs, as opposed to have been selfish in the past, whatever. Or my birthday comes up this year, like when we turned 50 this year, 2024 was our 50th year. And there's resolutions that come along with that. This is my 50th year. I'm going to make sure that I live for me, that I take care of me. Right. That's a resolution. Or just school, you're a teacher. In June, you might have really resolved to, I'm going to publish my book this summer. Yeah. That was your resolution. So I feel like with every major event or season or something major that happens in our lives, it comes along with resolutions, but we don't usually call it a resolution.
Yeah, good point.
And we'll call it a goal. We'll call it, this time I'll do better, or this is what I plan to do, or we'll mark something on our calendar, lose weight by. Y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? And even if I'm diagnosed with something, like I was diagnosed a few years back with the pre-diabetes, and I was just like, I'm beating this. I resolved to do this. Exactly. I didn't exactly name it. I didn't name it a goal. I didn't name it a desire. Right. I didn't name it a resolution. I just said, this is what's going to happen, and that's what's not going to happen. Right. And so in our minds, in our hearts, and our souls, we are resolving to do that thing. Right. And we're not necessarily defining it as such. Yeah. But come the new year, everybody comes and they want to do better. And it's natural. Yeah. And it's natural. And it's actually, it's human nature. And it's good for us to constantly set our goals, to constantly set goals to accomplish what it is that we need to accomplish, or take the smaller steps to accomplish that big thing. Right. But like you were saying, people say, oh, New Year's resolutions. But you were saying earlier, because you went live earlier on Instagram and I happened to catch it. And I remember you saying is that because people kind of set a New Year's resolution, these goals, it's kind of like, oh, everybody cancels or everybody gives up on their resolutions. So that gives me an out. Yeah. If I set up some kind of New Year's resolution, and by the 15th or even by the 30th, I don't accomplish it, it's something that everybody does. Yeah. No, nobody really fulfills their New Year's resolution. Right.
It's almost expected.
It's almost expected.
It's the psychology of it. It's now we understand. Not understand, but now it's expected. It's expected that New Year's resolutions are meant to be broken.
Right. So in your mind, it kind of gets you off the hook.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, okay, I didn't do it.
Well, at least I tried.
I said it out loud. At least I tried. I put it down on paper.
Yeah.
It'll manifest itself.
Yeah. And that's the part I don't agree with.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the part I don't agree with. And like we said before, we've never been one to do New Year's resolutions, only because I feel like I resolve to do something all throughout the year.
All throughout the year.
I don't wait until the
constantly reassessing and saying, what can I do better? Especially since something happened today at work, and I'm like, I gotta do better. Like I was really, really disappointed in the outcome of that thing. And it just happens to be that it's the end of the year. Now, in my heart, I'm resolving to do better with regard to what happened to me at work today. But it's not because the new year. It just happens to fall on this particular day. Right. So yeah, I mean I like. Yeah, I was gonna say there's nothing wrong with wanting to be better. There's nothing wrong with that. It's human nature. In fact, that's how we grow. Yeah. But I just feel like we have to be careful with making these resolutions with the mindset of, if it fails, it fails. Yeah. And we have to, and I feel like a part of that is just accepting the mediocrity of it. Just like, it was a nice thought. It was a nice thought. And if I don't do it, nobody's really gonna torture me for it. Nobody's really gonna care. And it's nice to know that there are people who are not going to beat themselves up for not completing their resolution. Oh yeah, that's healthy too. That's healthy, yeah. But it's just the idea of it, people feeling that they need to make New Year's resolutions, and then the marketing companies, right? They market towards people who want to do better, who want to lose weight, who want to eat healthier, and things of that nature. And they really capitalize on it. Oh yeah. And they tug at people's hearts. Well, this year your resolution, so you feel like I have to make the resolutions, especially since these are such great deals. And I saw an ad just this morning about a woman stepping out of her apartment building and she's looking at her new Apple Watch tracker. Yes. And then it said something about this year result, whatever. But they were actually marketing to those people who say, this year I'm gonna do better for my fitness. I saw that ad. Hey, everybody that's watching, thanks for joining us. I am Coach Carmel, and this is Cathelina's, and we're just talking about our thoughts with regard to New Year's resolutions, and Kathy coined the term any day resolutions. So I saw that ad, and it actually made me feel a way. I felt like, oh, okay, this is her journey. Oh, okay, look, she's running there. She's got, I don't know if you noticed, but she had a lot of clothing on, running. And then each time they showed another version of her, she had on less and less clothing to indicate that she was probably losing weight, getting fitter. And fitter is a word. Okay. Look it up, y'all. Okay. Fitter is a word. Fitter. You want to look it up too? No. Okay. That she was getting fitter. Okay. And and that she was progressing, and it made me feel like, go girl. What's she wearing there? Apple Watch? Like, maybe I get me one of those, right? So it works. Yeah, but I know it does. So with that, I think we've exhausted the topic enough. So Happy New Year. And no, we're not getting off just yet, so don't go rushing off. But we wanted to say Happy New Year and hope your New Year's resolutions go well for you. But let us know if you are so inclined. Let us know if you believe in New Year's resolutions. Maybe it worked for you. Maybe they work for you. Do you have a story? Did you tell your story? No, I didn't. For you? No, I said it earlier in the live. Oh, okay. Real quick. Okay. So before we move on to the next topic, and the next topic is our highlights for 2024. Yeah, so about 6 or 7 years ago, I lost count. I made the resolution to work out every day because I wanted to look a certain way, and I made that resolution in January of that year, but it wasn't a New Year's resolution. I didn't think of it as a New Year's resolution. I just thought of it as, I want to do better for this year, right? Yeah. And I think that's where New Year's resolutions come from. And people have taken it way out of it. They have taken it. And so I didn't have the psychology, the mindset that it was a New Year's resolution. And I was able to keep it up until now.
right? Because
this was like what, 7 years
this was
ago?
about 7 years ago, because I didn't look at it as a New Year's resolution. That's one. And two, I made a New Year's resolution. I made a resolution that was achievable for me.
Yeah.
Right? I started off working out 10 minutes a day. I knew that I could handle that. I didn't say I'm going to work out 30 hours a week or whatever. You know, I didn't try to go in hard. I went in little by little what I knew that I could do.
Right.
So that's another thing that people do when it comes to New Year's resolution. They want to see the change like that, because we live in that culture, right? Instant gratification.
Yeah.
But you want to take it slow, and you want to think about what can you achieve and what is believable for you
to be able to do it. And not only that, I was listening to something today where they mentioned that you have to do it and then you build the confidence, and the confidence is actually what will be the thing to sustain it. So you jumped in and you did the thing, which was just 10 minutes, and that built up the confidence. And you know, like you just like, oh, this is a lot easier than I thought. Yeah. So your 10 minutes grew into 20 minutes, grew into 30 minutes, grew into an hour, and grew into something that you have a lot of confidence in knowing that you could achieve that thing. It's sustainable for you, and you could show up. And then not only that, you saw the results. You felt the results. Yeah. So you're like, I want more of this. Yes. So 7 years later, you're still doing that. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So all of you, again, who have set up some type of New Year's resolution, we would love it if you would share with us and tell us maybe a New Year's resolution that you resolved to do years ago, and maybe you're still sustaining it, or yielded amazing results for you.
That would be great to hear. Yeah.
All right. Again, thanks everybody. Those of you who are joining us this evening, we wanted to say Happy New Year, and we want to talk also about the highlights. Now, the major highlight for me this year was the fact that we turned 50.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I thought you were going to talk about something else, but yes, we turned 50.
We turned 50. Girl, how could I bring anything else up? Like, we were in the womb together. If y'all didn't know, now you know. Like, we are womb mates. And we were, I don't know if we were conceived together because we are fraternal, but we were born together. I was born a minute before she was.
That's only because the doctor took her out first.
Still came out first. I was still first.
You didn't come out first. The doctor took you first.
I was still first. I was still first. You can't deny the fact that I was still first.
I know, but it was because the doctor took you out first.
But I was still first.
I know, because of the doctor.
So today, and not today, this year we celebrated our 50th celebration. And that was special in and of itself. We know a lot of twins. We know some twins who've lost twins. And it's the saddest thing when we get that type of news. Yeah. We know twins young twins who have lost twins. Their sibling, rather, their twin. So for me to have shared 50 years with you is an absolute blessing, and it is an honor, sis.
Yeah, same here, I feel the same way.
And we got to celebrate it in a big way. We were at the Carter residence. Shout out to you, Shelly, if you're watching. And we threw our Bridgerton birthday, and we had a Bridgerton experience, and it was lovely. It was lovely. We got to dress up and do the makeup, and it was just fantastic. Yeah. And I think my major highlight from that, and I'll say it till the day I die, was the fact that I was able to feed my guests in a way that didn't compromise my values. And what does that even mean, Carmel? For those of you who follow this channel, thank you, by the way. And if you have not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Share it out to some folks that you know and all the twins that you know as well. Because I'm looking to get, I was trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the new year. Before the new year, I was trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Y'all know I'm only like 40 short. I'm only like 40 short, maybe even less, like 36. Wow. That's it. But it's still a great accomplishment because I was nowhere near that in the beginning of the year. So that's one of my highlights. The fact that,
do you know around how many subscribers you had at the beginning of 2024?
I'm going to say, so I've had this YouTube channel for a little bit, for a few years now. I'm going to say that I got easily a couple of hundred this year. Okay. I want to say more, but no, I didn't look at this. I didn't look at my at what are the analytics? Yeah, I didn't look at the analytics. I should have. That would have been fun to know. Yeah. But anyway, what the heck was I saying? Oh, Oh, I'm whole food plant-based. For those of you who are following me, you know I'm a whole food plant-based vegan. And what does that mean? I don't do those burgers, the Beyond Burgers and things like that.
Yeah.
So I do a whole food plant-based, and we were able to get a caterer that honored that. And we told all our guests that this is what's happening.
Yeah.
And we just told them, so they knew that if they needed McDonald's, they were gonna have to get it before or after the party.
But there were no complaints.
There were no complaints. We were like, oh my gosh, I can't believe.
Was amazing.
The food was amazing. And they didn't miss the meat. The ones that I spoke to, if anybody did miss the meat, they didn't say it. So we were able to do that. So that was one of my highlights. I do have more, but I'm going to pass the mic over to you.
So my highlight this year, well, we all know that I published my novel, The Box. Yay! I self-published the novel in July, and there are a lot of people who wrote really nice reviews about it, and you know, a lot of people saying it was touching, it was emotional, it was riveting, it was all this and that, and I loved getting those reviews. But the best one, the highlight, didn't come until last week, you guys. Last week, when a reader messaged me and told me that my book literally saved her life.
Oh my God.
And I felt like, okay, that might be an exaggeration, but she further wrote about how she even brought it to her therapist's office. She talked about it in therapy, and she said that she was feeling very low, and she was not feeling seen in her place of work, because in my novel, my main character goes through this thing about, you know, about work and her value as an editor at the magazine. Anyway, she said, and then she reiterated in the next message saying, when I tell you that it saved my life, I'm not even joking with you. It saved my life. So that in and of itself was sort of like validation that my novel was meant to be put out there for people to consume, for at least if it saved one person's life, if one person was able to feel seen and to feel heard because of the words that that I wrote in my novel, then I did the right thing.
That's amazing.
It's amazing.
That's amazing.
Yes. So that was my highlight.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I almost don't have anything else to offer.
What I read while I was reading her message to me, I had tears in my eyes. It was yeah.
Oh,
That was my highlight. Yeah.
Okay, y'all. Hallelujah, because I don't have anything to top that. No, but I still do have a highlight. I have a highlight that something that I had resolved to do last year. I'm not going to say it was a New Year's resolution, although I did do in 2023. I worked on a vision board. What do you feel about vision boards?
Oh my gosh, I believe in vision boards. I just haven't done it for some strange reason. But
and with regards to the whole conversation about New Year's resolutions.
Oh, like instead of doing a resolution,
I'm just saying, is it in the same spectrum? Is it in the same vein, or how do you regard that with talk of a New Year's resolution? Isn't a vision board a visual resolution?
It is. And I think what the difference with a vision board, I can't say what the difference is, but I will tell you this. With a vision board, the idea is to put all the things that you want to accomplish on this board and look at it daily, right? Mm-hmm. And then it'll be a constant reminder of what it is that stays in the forefront of your mind. It'll be a constant reminder, this is what you want to pursue. And I feel that when it is constantly in your face that way, then you're always going to be moving towards those goals. Mm-hmm. The same thing with writing it down and you're looking at it every day. So I am not opposed to vision boards or writing lists of what your resolutions are. I just want people to be very careful with using the term New Year's resolution. That's
okay.
all.
It's a term in the cycle, what it means in the in culture, in today's culture, and how people use it. No, that's fair. That's fair. I believe in vision boards too, and I think that what's special about a vision board is you are actually visualizing this thing.
Yes.
You're taking the pictures, be it your own pictures or pictures that you found in magazines or whatever it is, words, whatever you put on that vision board, it does help it stay in the forefront of your mind, and it really there's a lot to kind of like putting these things out there with that regard and having it manifest, right? Because when you're cutting out the pictures, you're taking an action there. It's not just like, oh, I think I'm just going to join a gym and lose 50 pounds.
Right.
I'm taking action steps. I see a photo, which is what brings me to my point. In 2023, I did a vision board. I wanted to cross the stage in a bikini. I wanted to do a bikini competition. And so I searched for these images, and I found these images, and I actually found an image of a company or an organization that puts these competitions, bodybuilding shows together. And I had never heard of this organization before, but it was the only one I could find, and it ended up on my vision board. I put a woman with a medal. I'm like, that's me. And I put a woman with a banging body, and I was just like, that's me. It wasn't. It still wasn't. But I'm still working towards it. Let's see what happens. And 2023 didn't happen. And yet this year, I looked at the vision board. Now my competition was the first week of October. I looked at that vision board, and mind you, it's someplace where I can see it all the time, but it becomes a fixture, a staple, something in my room that I just don't look at as much anymore because I'm used to seeing it, especially since it was up since 2023, right? Yeah. But I just happened to glance over at it 2 or 3 weeks after my competition, and I saw this organization that I never heard of before, and I said, that's the organization that I ended up doing the competition with or through. And not only did I win 1 medal, I won 4. And I'm like, and the woman's body wasn't, again, my body did not look like that. However, I looked pretty darn good.
Yes. Yes.
I looked pretty good. And so I was just amazed. I was like, oh my God, sis, come look. And I said, I put this organization on my vision board, and like, I didn't even realize.
Right. It's not like you were looking for that particular organization.
I had never heard of the organization. Right. That organization was just on my vision board simply because I couldn't find NPC. And like Nancy or National Professional Competitor. I can't remember what NPC stands for. I was looking for NPC because years ago, I was part of the NPC. So I was just like, oh, that's what I'm going to do. I couldn't find NPC. I ended up finding OCB. So put OCB on my vision board, never heard of OCB. And it was getting late in the year, and my coach actually said, you just pick one. And she ended up doing the research for me. She found OCB. I said, okay, fine. I did OCB, won their medals. 3 weeks later, I'm looking at the vision board, and I was like,
that's amazing.
I thought that was pretty amazing. Because there are a lot of bodybuilding organizations out there. There are quite a bit that are very popular, and OCB wasn't one of them for me. So that was pretty cool. So it was nice. That was a highlight to see that something on my vision board had come to fruition.
And I just want to point out that for those of you who believe in vision boards or who do vision boards, it just goes to show you put it there. It was your goal to cross the stage, right? It's on your vision board, so you know you're making the moves because you have to take the action in order to make these come true. You're making the moves. You're doing what you need to do. You're not focused on the vision board because you know what's there. You're making the moves. And then it's after the fact that you're looking back at your vision board to see what it was that you actually accomplished. And there's OCD.
It was pretty amazing.
You never even made the connection.
I did not even make the connection. No, I know it was there. I know the competition was there, but not that part.
That particular.
Yeah, that part, the organization bit, that was what really struck me. So that was really, really cool.
Yeah,
so
it could be very powerful, these vision boards.
Yeah, for sure. And so so the bikini competition, the bodybuilding bikini competition was one thing. And another thing that was a highlight was the fact that I got to cross the stage and build muscle and get myself ready as a whole food plant-based vegan.
Oh yeah, that's amazing.
I worked out from my living room the whole time.
Oh, unbelievable.
I did it as a perimenopausal woman. And last year, I resolved to make sure that I crossed the stage as a 50-year-old woman.
Mm-hmm.
So all of those things was quite an accomplishment for me.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
So what else? What else for you?
Oh, I think that's about it for me.
Mm-hmm. Anything else? Any highlights with regard to the journey about your book? Like this year, 2024 was the year of your book. Like what else might have happened that did, like, people showed you so much love and support?
So, so one, there were so many people who did show me so much love and support, and one of those groups, I have to say, was our twins, our fellow twins. So we went to the Twins Festival, mind you. At the Twins Festival, there are vendors there who sell their products, jewelry, clothes, calendar, whatever, you name it, right? And I was trying to get, a table to sell my novel there, but then they were like, no, we don't accept anyone who sells books, whatever they told me. So I was like, okay, whatever. I brought like a box full of my novel with us. And then during the last event of the entire weekend at that bowling alley, I brought all my books. I set myself at the table and I was like, I'm selling my book. And so many people. I mean, there was this one twin who was like, do you take gift cards? And I'm like, what am I going to do with this gift card? I don't even know if she used it. She's like, okay, I'll be back. And she was back. She came back with cash. And she was just like, I need to go home with your book.
Yeah, they showed so much love. So many of them bought it because you're a twin.
Yeah.
Others bought it because they really saw the value in your message.
Yeah.
And your story. Mm-hmm. And there were some others. I think one twin came with her own copy.
She came with her own copy. She had already bought it online.
She traveled with it. She's like, you're gonna sign this book for me.
She's like, I was like, she said, can you sign my book? I was like, oh yeah, you want me to go get it? She's like, no, I got my own. I was like, oh. Okay, that was really nice.
That was really nice.
And those people who didn't buy it from me, they were like, I was like, can you just take a picture with my book? And they did that, and everybody was congratulating me throughout the entire weekend. Everybody was like, which one of you wrote the book? It was just so much love.
And the young lady that sent you that really heartfelt message, she didn't even see that you were selling the book.
No,
she saw it later online.
Yeah, online when I all the pictures, when I posted the video,
and then she purchased it.
Yeah. So
that's
amazing.
Thanks, twin family.
Thank you, twin family.
Amazing. Because all the love that you showed her, listen, I felt it too. I was just like, everybody loves me, and she had to remind me that I wasn't the one who.
No, if they love me, then they love you by default.
Yeah, no, right? I was just walking away with all the accolades, and you had to say, well, stop. I did the work.
And you know what's so funny? It's just that I felt like it was magical. Like
it was.
I remember thinking when twins get together, magic happens.
It really does.
That's what I felt.
It's amazing. So for all you twins out there who have not experienced Twins Festival, we need to see you there in 2025. It takes place the first weekend. You need help there?
No, I think I got it now.
The first weekend of August every year, the first full weekend of August in Twinsburg, Ohio. We need to see you there in 2025.
If you love your twin,
even if you don't,
you
might fall in love with
the twin.
And it's definitely an experience.
Yeah.
We believe that every twin should.
Every twin should experience it at least once in their life.
At least once in their life.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So anyway, I those are the major wins for us for 2024. And I would definitely I would be remiss if I did not mention the fact that I received so much support here on my YouTube channel this past year, and it's only encouraged me to keep doing and keep spreading my message of how I believe that our food is actually medicine, and the power of what we eat. I feel like just trying to make myself cute. And
so cute.
Thank you. And I thank you for all those of you who have subscribed, who commented, asked questions, shared what was going on in your life, and shared that knowledge and information that you knew. And I don't only have knowledge and information on sugar and plant-based food, but I also have recipes and exercise and workouts and all of those things I put on there because I love it. Because I love it. But what I love more is when you all engage. And I feel so blessed and lucky to have so many people want to hear what I'm babbling about. So for all those of you who have subscribed, who have written in, who have shared this channel out, who contacted me for any reason, I appreciate you. Thank you. Please stay and be back to check me out in 2025 because I plan on having much more dynamic content. And I cannot forget to say thank you to everybody who came onto this channel and let me interview them or collaborated with me in some way, shape, or form. That includes you, sis. Yay. Thank you for Hey Sis, because this has been fun, even though we don't do it as regularly as we would like. But that's been fun. And and for all those of you who had me on your personal channels, on YouTube, Instagram, wherever, on your podcast, it's been amazing. It's been amazing. I love being in front of the camera. I don't know if that's a surprise to any of you, but this channel has allowed me to do that. So I just want to say happy New Year. Is there anything else that you want to say?
I just want to thank everybody who has supported me in my book and my journey by listening to me, by asking me questions, by just congratulating me. I think it's just been such an experience for somebody as myself who has suffered from depression, who has suffered from social anxiety,
an introvert.
I mean, it helped me to come out of my shell. I feel like I need to do it more, but it has helped me come out of my shell and it's helped me become a more confident person, a more confident writer. So I thank you guys so much for everybody who has supported me, even by saying congrats.
And with that, we're going to say Happy New Year. Thanks for joining us.
Happy New Year.
Be safe. And see you in 2025.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao. Thanks, sis.
Thanks, sis.
Yeah, this was fun.